Welcome to Good Morning Football. We are live in New York City. My name is Kay Adams, Nate Burleson, Peter Schrager, and Kyle Brandt. And we got to talk Patriots.
Sure.
We got to bring in Mike Giardi for that. He's been there covering the team for us. Mike, welcome to the show. What's the latest from Foxborough?
Well, the latest is that this was going to be a busy day to begin with, and now it's certainly taken a bit of a turn. Bill Belichick set to meet with the media at 11:45. Team practice is around 12:40, and we expect to see Antonio Brown out there at practice at this point. And then the open locker room is at 4 o'clock. Tom Brady on the schedule right now, although that is always tentative with Tom. We heard from Belichick yesterday before the allegations surfaced against Antonio Brown, and he said, look, I was not in Oakland or Pittsburgh. I don't know what happened there, and seemed unconcerned about it. When pressed about it, he said, you guys said the same thing about Randy Moss, of course, being a distraction, and how did that essentially work out for them? And obviously, it worked out quite well in Moss's first season when they shattered all kinds of records and were 18-0 going into the Super Bowl before losing to the Giants. Patriots did release a statement late last night saying they understand the serious nature of these allegations. They do not condone any of this. The NFL has told them they will be investigating. So there is, I guess, the possibility of him being put on the commissioner's exempt list. But again, that'll be something that will be flushed out as the day goes on, Kay.
And with more on that, you'll be joining NFL Network all day. Appreciate the update on Antonio Brown and the Patriots. Let's move forward to week 2 now. Thursday Night Football between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. For everything we need to know before this matchup on NFL Network, let's send it over to James Palmer. He's with Tampa Bay. Tiffany Blackman with Carolina.
Well, thanks, Kay. Jameis Winston trying to get his first road win since 2016. It's been 12 straight, and he's trying to bounce back from a week 1 where he threw 3 interceptions, 2 of them returned for pick sixes. But when Bruce Arians went back and looked at the film, he believes 2 of those interceptions don't fall on Winston at all. He believes this group around him has to play better along with his quarterback, but they're all learning and growing. As I talk to more guys on that offense, they tell me this is actually going to take some time to figure out what Bruce Arians wants out of this group and develop it in the manner in which they want to operate it. If you look in the past, Bruce Arians has been patient with his quarterbacks learning his offense. Let's see if he's patient with Jameis Winston. Now to the other side of the ball and trying to stop Christian McCaffrey, Arians believes McCaffrey is the best dual threat running back in the entire NFL, and he remembers his time with David Johnson. Keep an eye on his young middle linebacker in Devin White, who runs a 4.4 240, maybe keeping up with McCaffrey in the middle of the field. Now let's go to Tiffany Blackman with the Panthers.
Thanks, James. Well, on Sunday, quarterback Cam Newton threw the football 38 times. Only one of those attempts was for more than 20 yards. Now, Newton said afterwards that wasn't indicative of his shoulder being hurt. He was just taking what the defense gave him. And during his press conference on Tuesday, he told us that he feels great. He came in upbeat and confident and let us all know that he is tired of answering questions about why he didn't throw the deep ball.
Because you're only asking me because of my shoulder. How about this? You talk to the defensive coordinator for Tampa and don't think I can throw the ball over 20 yards and see how far that gets you. How about that?
Well, Kay, we didn't hear from defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, but we did get head coach Bruce Arians on a conference call, and he said he has no doubt about Cam Newton and his health. He said he's ready to go. He also was asked about whether or not the defense changes what they do because we haven't seen Cam push the ball downfield. Arians said, I don't want to find out in a game if he can throw the football for more than 20 yards.
Smart man, that Bruce Arians. Thanks so much to Tiffany and James. And Bruce Arians is talking Cam Newton. He's got to be thinking and talking about Christian McCaffrey as well. He's the best thing they got going for the Panthers. He's maybe the best dual threat running back in the league. Do we agree with Arians, or is it another back that we think is more versatile?
I think all of these guys that we're going to mention can be the most versatile back in the NFL. But the way that Norv Turner uses Christian McCaffrey makes him the most versatile back. They use him out of the backfield as a running back. They line him out wide. They spread him out. They do so many things with McCaffrey. When you watch the film back and you watch these games, it's almost like they do more when he doesn't touch the ball and he's used it as a distraction. He is so versatile in that he can run in between the tackles, take a hit, do this where he gets, in the open field, and he finishes. I will say this, though. The way Cliff Kingsbury used David Johnson has not been talked a lot this week. He lined up at wide receiver, a running back, 15 times. He didn't get the ball a bunch, but he would lined up at wide receiver 15 different times. Yes, he did, for the Arizona Cardinals. They play Baltimore. Baltimore is very, very strong up front. David Johnson, over the course of a season, especially this week, you might see a lot of versatility out of him as well.
Are we going to see you in Baltimore this weekend?
Yes, I'm going to be working the sidelines for Fox. I cannot wait to see these two young quarterbacks and these two very interesting offenses.
Big game. What do you guys think?
Oh, that's going to be the fastest two quarterbacks in the league in that matchup
Who's
right
the
there.
most versatile RB in the game?
The most versatile. I mean, of course, we can mention Christian McCaffrey, Saquon, but I'm looking at Alvin Kamara. I mean, the fact that
it's a good answer.
He was holding down that Saints offense, and I mentioned it a couple days ago. Without Alvin Kamara playing the game that he played, they're not even in a position for Will Lutz to hit that 50 yards. Just look at the plays. I mean, I can stay silent, and we can run him breaking tackles like it's a Madden video game. And a lot of these plays were first and long, second and long. A couple of third and longs where you're thinking, all right, let's just play the field position game, get a punt off, and try to back up the Houston Texans in their own territory. Alvin Kamara on this run in particular said, third down? What? No, I got it. Don't pass the ball deep. Hand the ball off to me, and I'll gain 20 yards. That right there showed me that Alvin Kamara is all good without having his running mate, Mark Ingram, who's now with the Baltimore Ravens.
Every running back conversation we have has to begin and end with Saquon, as far as I'm concerned. It's interesting because Cam had the joke that Norv Turner has McCaffrey on his fantasy team. Clearly, Giants offense coordinator Mike Shula does not have Saquon on his fantasy team. And what's interesting about that, he used to be Carolina's offensive coordinator when McCaffrey showed up, and he didn't give him the ball either. If God were to build a running back, he would make Saquon. He is absolutely perfect from head to toe. He wouldn't make McCaffrey. McCaffrey's only 205. I mean, Saquon has almost 30 pounds on him. But let me say this. As someone who's been worshiping Saquon now for over a year in the NFL, I'm running out of reasons that he is better than McCaffrey. I'm running out of things that Saquon can do that McCaffrey can't. McCaffrey made a play where one of Cam's passes was deflected at the line and he caught it and immediately turned upfield. He's almost a perfect football player too. So, guys, this is a really fun thing because Saquon, I think, is God's gift to the position, and I'm not really sure he's better than McCaffrey. I mean, we need to see more as the season goes on. McCaffrey is absolutely fantastic.
You know, we crushed Dave Gettleman a lot on this show as a general manager and everyone nationwide for some questionable personnel moves, draft picks, whatever. The one common bond between McCaffrey and Saquon is that Dave Gettleman drafted both of them in the top 10 and caught a lot of heat for both picks. Here we are talking about Saquon and Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if Dave Gettleman can run a team, but I know he can draft a running back pretty well.
When was the last time anybody mentioned Melvin Gordon's name?
No.
Isn't that crazy? We're talking running backs, premier ones. They're so exciting in the league right now.
Got to play in the game.
He did it 6,000 times throughout the summer, and then we haven't heard from him. He only tweets about Madden and Wisconsin football. And Austin Eckler looks incredible. Sorry.
Will Self is out in the newsroom in Culver City with more on everything going on as we look ahead to week 2.
Absolutely. What's going on there, Kay and fellas? Well, Chiefs fans holding their collective breath when Tyreek Hill went down with a collarbone injury on Sunday against the Jaguars. Well, KC, you can exhale a little bit as there's some positive news this morning in regards to your star wide receiver. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting Hill is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with the collarbone injury, but the good news is it looks like he'll avoid going on injured reserve. In his absence, our man Pete Schrags making a bold prediction saying, look for McCole Hardman to step up this week. Well, Hill's Chiefs will be facing the Raiders on Sunday, but they won't be seeing Raiders rookie safety Jonathan Abram. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting Abram will be placed on injured reserve after suffering a shoulder injury Monday night. The first-round pick with 5 tackles and a pass deflection in his Oakland debut against the Broncos. Now, this is the kind of news the Eagles can do without as well. Rap Sheet and NFL Network's Mike Garafolo both reporting defensive tackle Malik Jackson suffering a foot injury in the win over the Redskins. Jackson placed on injured reserve and will have surgery next week. The team signing Akeem Spence to fill the void. Speaking of the Eagles, they hosted 2 teams from the Liberty Youth Athletic Association for a scrimmage at their practice facilities. The Eagles youth football program is committed to supporting safe play and helping develop a love of football by providing young athletes with the essential resources to grow the game in a productive manner. Well, still to come here on Good Morning Football. The Browns took a huge L in Week 1. How far do they fall in the power rankings? Our man, Dan Hanzus, standing by right now, joins JMFB right after the break.